is Tuesday, May 26, 2026. I'm here at the FBI campus in Los Angeles, which is 11,000 Wilshire Boulevard and Veterans Avenue, right next to Veterans Park, and KB Home, which is K-Hovnanian. And right next door is the Westwood Boulevard, which is like Little Iran. You know, it's you know how you have like Chinatown and you have like Japantown, and this is like Irantown, right next to the FBI campus. So I'm telling you, I'm here because I am making a suggestion that the United States should stop buying meth and crystal meth and cocaine from El Chapo, and they should stop buying from El Chapo and Colombia, the country of Colombia in South America, because they're out of control with the Colombian president. And in addition to that, there are problems right now with Iran because of the war, and because they tried to take ownership of the oil fields in Iran and Iraq, because the United States was buying all of the oil during the Bush administration and putting all of the oil in the reserves in the United States, which became embezzlement and grand larceny. That money was stolen by the Bush administration and by Halliburton and Dick Cheney, you know. Moral of the story is that you have these oil fields in Iran and Iraq that belong to the Middle East, you know, and we cannot go in the Middle East and take ownership of their oil fields for the name of globalization. It is true that they come to the United States, and for the reason of globalization, they get away with murder here, which is coup d'etat of the courthouse, the law enforcement, the benefits. They come here, they don't come here in peace. They come here to kill and steal and pillage. They get away with murder here. So we try to do the same thing in Iraq and Iran and the Middle East, but that's gonna start a war. So what we should do instead is to pay for the crystal meth and to pay for the oil and the meth and the cocaine and the meth coming from the empty oil fields in Iran and Iraq. We should pay for it instead of paying El Chapo in South America. It's a matter of macroeconomics and microeconomics. We will pay Iran so that we stop the war, and El Chapo will be forced to drop the prices on his supply and demand. So I am suggesting that instead of investing in Facebook and TikTok and WhatsApp and all these other social networking that have become attempting to legitimize genocide and pillaging, because Facebook is making all their money from stealing unemployment insurance, and you know, people put in $1 million to increase the quarterly income, and they make billions and trillions on Vanguard stock and BlackRock stock. So what I'm suggesting is to reduce the weighings, like you have the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P, reduce the weighings on the murder business stocks and increase the ownership of dispensaries. You know, like the marijuana dispensaries can now sell crack cocaine and meth that we buy from Iran. And we could charge sales tax and legitimize the crystal meth and charge sales tax on it, similar to the marijuana in dispensaries. This will solve the problem with the war with Iran, and it'll solve the problem with supply and demand of crack cocaine and meth that everybody needs. So I am suggesting that we put our money in Chevron, new innovation, technology, like for example, Elon Musk and SpaceX, state-of-the-art innovation, state-of-the-art innovation, state-of-the-art technology. Somebody should, like the human body, can produce methane gas by belching and farting. We can invent a machine that'll do the same thing. Gavin Newsom was trying to produce meth from pollution in the air. We can invent a machine, which is state-of-the-art innovation. And, space travel is not big. So the genocide business is a thing of the past. Things change. There's been a change in the guard. Forget about the genocide business. Concentrate on space travel with SpaceX. Concentrate on dispensaries selling crystal meth. Concentrate on new technology, innovation, state-of-the-art to produce machinery that will produce meth and things that are productive. Good versus evil, Stop the evil and state-of-the-art for the good. Space travel, put your wings in Chevron, ExxonMobil, oil companies that are now selling you meth, dispensaries that are legalizing meth, charge a sales tax. The IRS is happy. And I'll also show you Westwood Boulevard in a second.